So in this video, I'll teach you how to animate on Clo3d, and I'm sure you must have known about the first way to animate on Clo3d, but I'm showing you two ways. We're using the Clo3d animation and the one we have to import to Mixamo, sorry, to create our custom animation. That's importing animation from Mixamo. So let's begin, and please don't forget to click on the subscribe button. So this is the design I'll be animating here. So what I'll do first is to go to avatar, then I'll click on mail avatar. Since this avatar is in there, and then I'm going to click on motion. Yes, motion. Probably I'll use the first motion here, MVA. So double click. Okay, start position. So it's going to give this start working pose. But before I animate, let me add the stage, because this animation is fixed to work on the stage. It's designed, sorry, or it's animated to work on the stage. So I can just pick any of them. Let me just pick the first one. So sorry, I'm going to be using add. Don't use open, use add, because so that it won't open a new project. So add and press OK. So that's it. I think our animation, yeah, this is our character here behind the. So then we have to switch this dashboard to animation. Yes, okay, animation stable. The next thing we need to do first, you have to record before playing. So when we record this, clothes design is meant to follow the movement of the body. Then after recording, then we can click on the play button for us to see the animation of the clothes together with the character. But first of all, let's click on the record button. Yeah, to take a while. So but I'll skip the part of the recording, and I will show you the final results. Now our animation has finished recording, so let's play from the beginning to see the final results. So what I'll do is to click this icon that will take me back to the beginning of the animation. So okay. Yes, it's there, sorry. So what we need to do now is click on the play button to see the results. So this is the animation with Clo3d. It's a catwalking animation on stage. Well, this stage you'll find it on Clo3d. So this is it. So we're moving to the next part using Mixamo, Blender, Mixamo and Blender. So let's move to the beginning of this animation. Go back to our simulation. Yeah, this is it. So you can render here. So I'm sure you already know how to render. Let me just explain how to render. Well, if you already know how to render, you can just skip to the second part. So to render, you have to change this to animation. Sorry, not animation, not just animation. Entire region. Here you can set your custom frame, maybe 1080 by 1080, 1920 by 1080. Then if you want to render as you want to render as PNG, you get frame by frame. So and you can also this is your file part. Your file part is where your frame or your video will be stored. So let's just yeah, there's the lightning here, but I don't you don't necessarily need this. This is just all you need. So what you do is click on pause here and click on this video animation. This one is for video animation and this one is for image. If you want to render it as image, you pause and you click on this. But this is for video, and it renders frame by frame. So that's all. So in this second animation, we are going to export to Blender. From there, we export as FBX and upload it on Mixamo. So let's start by exporting the avatar. Export. Let's export it as OBJ. Yes. Okay. Let's just see guy. Okay. Then guy. So just avatar. That's what we are doing. Yeah, make sure it's also in meters. The scale is in meters. That's okay. So click on this file, imports. So this is my Blender dashboard. So file, imports, OBJ, then Blender library. Let's just look for guy. So this is the guy. Yeah. So this so this is the character here. So the next thing we are going to do is to export as FBX. But actually, I think you can export directly from Clo3d to FBX. I don't know why I actually export to Blender first, because I think I'll need to make an adjustment on Blender before exporting it and importing it back to Clo3d. So export to FBX. Okay. Let's see. Blender library I want. Export as FBX. Also, you can also upload OBJ to one Mixamo too. So next we are going to move to Mixamo. This is my Chrome, this Mixamo already, www.mixamo.com. Then you upload your character. You can upload as FBX, OBJ, and zip. So documents, Blender library. So let me use that. Let me use FBX. So any you can use any format. We'll probably to convert into FBX first before moving to Mixamo. So still processing. Yep, 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 yep. Okay. Okay, so our character is here. So next thing you do is to next. Then auto rigger, you have to place this on the chin. Yeah. So here on the wrist. The elbow. Yeah. So on the knee. Man, the second part is here. So that's it. Perfect. So next thing we do is to click on next. So anyways, if you are importing from Blender or if you are uploading or importing from Blender to if you're exporting from Blender and you want to upload on Mixamo with texture, because as you can see this character is white, but when I exported this file, the character was textured, but then uploading it on Mixamo, the texture disappeared. So I'll be creating another tutorial on how to export to FBX and also still maintain the texture on the particular character or object. So ready? Yes. Next. So this is it. So let me just use the normal common working animation. So this is what I'll be using. This is common working animation. So double click. So I'm going to do working in a place as okay. And let's increase the arm space. And I think you can also reduce the speed or the rate at which is working, the hand swinging, the leg movement, the speed of the movement. Let me see. Okay. So this is download. Okay, download. So it's downloading here. Oh, for the meantime, let's be on Blender. So I'll be deleting this character. Should be done. Okay, character is ready. So what we are going to do is import FBX. Import FBX. Download. Working 9. Import. So this is it. Wow. And it came with quality and it came with texture. That's cool. Sometimes it happens when I start using when I started exporting to or uploading on Mixamo, I don't see texture in there. So I have to figure out how to get my character textured when exporting to or when uploading on Mixamo. So what we do now is to give it this standing pose that it has on Clo3d. This pose, it has to be on this pose for a perfect animation. So what we do is I will drag by 30 frames backward, then forward, sorry. Then what we do is to go to pose mode, compose, click on transform or click transform, sorry, and click all and keyframe it high available. Click on high available, yes. Again, so if you want it to work more like you want more working animation, you can just copy and paste this, copy this and move to the last frame and you paste it. So that's it. If you want to do it more again, you can keep doing it. But for this video, let's just do just 1 year. And I think it stops at 110 from 110. So we're going to export this as Alembic. Okay, yeah, Alembic. Okay. Guy walking. Okay, export. So we are done. Let's move back to Clo3d. First of all, we are going to delete this avatar here. Avatar, delete all avatar. It doesn't. If you press delete avatar, it might not delete. So you can just press on click on delete all avatar. So it is file. You have to import. import Alembic. Yes, from Blender library. It's not here. Wow, if it's not here, that means it will be here. So document. I'm checking. Yes, it is here. Now open. We are going to add this. So this is perfect. So that is why we needed that particular push before the working animation. So this is perfect. So the next thing we need to do is to do the same thing we did in that first video. So in the first way to animate with Clo3d, we have to go to the but wait, before we do that first, there's something that's very important. So this this pattern here, we have to use the UV editor to arrange it, because you might want to import it back to might want to export it back to Blender, maybe to create, you have a nice scene or background or anything you want to do there. You have to arrange this first. So I think Control A. Yes, and sorry, Control A. Yeah, it's okay. I need to do some little arrangement. So okay, yeah, I'm done with arranging it in the UV editor. So let's go back. So the next thing I'll do is to go to animation. So this is the animation. So what you do is to click on record, the same thing as I said earlier. So click on record. So I forgot to tell you to switch this to simulation quality animations table. Then we have to record again. So our code animation is ready. So the next thing we need to do is to click to the start, click this icon, click the beginning of the animation, and we can play it. So this is it. We are done. So let's go back to the simulation dashboard. Okay. So file, which let's go back to animation first. Go to animation and take it back to the start button. So simulation. So the next thing we do is to export as Alembic or Gawa. Yes, Alembic or Gawa. Export. Okay, Blender library. Let me just put that animation. See. Well, it depends on what you want to use it for. Well, I don't need the avatar. I just need the design. So should be tick. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's your choice. You can import with avatar. You can import without avatar. So now we are on Blender to import our character. I mean, import our design or cloth animation. So import Alembic. Yes, Alembic. Blender library. Sorry. Okay. Yep. So this is our cloth and animation. So the next thing we need to do is to add texture to this design, which I'll be doing that now. So this is it. Let me pause this. If we check our So no, there's no texture on this, so we have to go to the shading part, create new. But when exporting with Alembic, it did not come with this thing. So what we can just do is to export this again as OBJ so that we can get the texture on the clothes. So we have to export as OBJ. Okay, I'll just name this texture uh, track texture. Save. So I don't need the avatar. I just need all pattern, yes, all trim, tick. I think yes, unify UV coordinate. Yes, yeah, exactly. So that is why it's very important for you to make sure all of them are in one box. You can also set it as two box, and you have to adjust it in your UV in the exporting process. Yeah. So I think this is okay. Yeah, this is okay. So just making texture. Well, so the let's go back to Blender. Okay. From so this guy in Control Shift T. Uh, sorry, Blender library. So this is our track texture. Uh, see there is slight error here. So I thought I did this perfectly. Let me go back to let me try to check this on if I think there is slight error. Probably I did not set it properly on the UV editor, but this is how it's going to look like. This is it. It's not that bad. It's almost perfect. All we just need is lightning. So you can let me go back to Blender. So this is it. Sorry, layout. Let me just do double C. Yes. Okay. Beginning of the. So this is it. So let's just add some lightning. I don't. Yes. Or we can make put it. Let's add HDRI. Environment texture. Open. Yeah, I think I have few ones in my download here. So yeah. So this is it. So it's very important to make sure you do your UV editor properly before exporting it as OBJ. Before exporting it as yeah OBJ, yes, for texturing. So this is it. So let's play this again. So this is how to do Clo3d, Mixamo, and Blender animation aspect. So thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button to get more tips on Clo3d and also Blender, because I'll be doing more of animation combination video with Blender, Mixamo, and Clo3d.